And I see nowadays, even some Muslims, they do not invite families or those people who have family members with disabilities or even children. And you know what they say and what is their excuse? They're going to spoil our wedding. Subhanallah. Exactly what happened to the Arabs before Islam. And some people even put them down, as you know. They make fun of them. And I want to share with you, and I want you to pay attention to this story. You know, Malik bin Dinar was a very pious person. One day he was in Kufa, in Iraq. And he said, as I was walking, I saw all the people going towards one direction. And he asked them, where are you all going? He said, we're going to the biggest masjid in Basra. We're going to pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Salatul Istisqa, because there is drought, there is no rain. And he said, since I was a traveler, I wanted to go with them. And he said, we entered inside and we prayed Dhuhr prayer. And after Dhuhr prayer, we prayed 2 rakats of Salatul Istisqa. We asked Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for rain, nothing happened. He said, we went back for Asr prayer. We did the same thing, prayed Asr, Maghrib, Isha, did the same thing. After Isha, he said, all the people left because there were people from that place. He said, except me. Because I was a traveler, I didn't have a place to sleep. And he said, I decided to sleep inside the mosque. During the night, as you know, during that time, there was not enough light. They used to have some lamps. You can see only barely can see something. He said, during the night, someone came inside the mosque. He said, I could barely see the person. And he said, the person didn't see me, but I saw him. He said, this person was African background. But he said, the person had some sort of bone deformity. And he said, he entered the mosque, he prayed 2 rakats, and then he raised his hands to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and he's making dua. He said, I was paying attention to everything what this person is doing. And he said, Ya Rab, la tuhlik biladak bidhunubi ibadak. Oh Lord, do not punish your lands because of the sins of your people, of your slaves. He said, oh Allah, we know you of being generous. We don't expect from anyone who is generous except generosity. So I ask, oh Allah, for the sake of our children, for the sake of our families, for the sake of the land, bring down rain. Because if you say to something kun fayakun, if you say to something be, it is. As soon as he finished the dua, Malik ibn Dinar is narrating, he said, I could hear the thunderstorm and I could hear the rain started already. He said, as soon as he made the dua, he left. Now Malik bin Dinar said, who is this man? No one knows him. We were praying all day, all people of Kufa and Basra, nothing happened, one single person, and he even looked deformed. He said, I decided to follow him. But the rain started already. He said, I was following him. I didn't know because I was stranger in that land. I didn't know the place that well. I was following him, but it was 2 o'clock in the morning. He said he entered in a place, but he said, I couldn't go inside because it was so late. What I did, I took some mud because it was raining, and I left a sign on the door. So next day I can go and search for that place. He said, next morning, I went, I knew the area roughly. He said, I saw the sign and I entered inside. He said, when I went inside, there was some sort of khan, inn, some sort of hotel there. He said, I saw the master of that place. He was selling slaves. As soon as he saw me, he said, welcome. Are you looking to buy anyone or anything? We've got everything. And he lined up all his slaves. He said, I was checking one by one, and then I couldn't see the person. And I asked him, is there anyone else? Is there more slaves? He said, well, that's all there is. He said, okay, I'm going back, I will come next day. As soon as he said I was walking out, there was a room on the side. I could see from the window an old man, and he said, I knew that was him. And I said to his master, to that person, I want to buy him. He started to laugh. He said, this man is useless. He's deformed. I put him in that room because I don't want other people to see him. Don't buy him. I've got better people. I've got everyone here. He said, no, I just want to buy him. He said, I'm telling you, this person is useless. He said, I just want to buy him. He said, in that case, I will give him to you for free because I have no need of him. He said, no, I don't want free. I want to buy. Anyway, he bought it for nothing, pretty much. As soon as he took him to his house, he said, I bought you from this person so I can set you free for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He said, may Allah bless you, but why you're doing this? You see me, I'm deformed, I'm good for nothing. He said, wallahi, no, you're better than most of us. He said, what are you talking about? Look at me. He said, you're better than all of us. He said, why? He said, last night, all of us were praying during the day, all of us. Allah didn't answer any of our du'as. As soon as you came during the night, you make the dua, Allah answered your dua. He said, have you heard this from someone? Because that's not true. He said, no. I actually seen it myself, and I witnessed it myself, and I heard what you said. As soon as he said that to him, he turned to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and he said, Ya Rabb, the one who owns all the secrets, my secret is not a secret anymore. Please take my life. And as soon as he made that dua, he fell dead. So this is when people try to put down other people, not knowing their relationship with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The same thing happens even in our community, my dear brothers and sisters. We see people putting other people down because of their status in the community, because they're cleaners, because whatever they do. We don't know their relationship with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.